The one in red. I thought this was really a masterclass in atmosphere. I was really, really impressed. I felt very connected to the piece in terms of its understanding of the genre, where it really checked off the boxes, but did so in a very fresh and inventive way. I thought there was some really interesting angles, artistic choices, but it all felt cohesive in the storytelling. And I think the pacing was excellent. There was the space to let the feelings wash over us. And yeah, in terms of the artistic vision, from the costuming to the set dressing to the intimacy of the angles, everything just felt very deliberate. So I'm really impressed with this piece, and I would love to see more from this team.
The one in red, such a tenderness to this piece as it pays tribute both to a specific culture as well as a specific genre of film that certainly in the mainstream culture we don't always get to see as much these days. The costumes here are so stellar, it needs to be said. They feel period appropriate, culturally appropriate, and really help give the short an added dimension of authenticity, along with some of the great landscape and cinematography that's done here. There seems to be themes of mortality, death, one's identity and purpose explored all throughout the plot. But at the end, it's just really phenomenal filmmaking from people who have evident passion and knowledge, again, of what's come in the past and what can be made out of that for something special and unique in the future.
One in red. I absolutely loved this film. I love that, the difference between the living life and the death life. And then, it's interesting that you guys chose the death state or the rest state that he was in to be color, because it was so tempting, where life was more black and white and dull, and he didn't want to live anymore, and he was trying to find his fight and will to live. And I love that, because I think a lot of films, or most films that I see that are death and focused on death and life, like the death part of it is the dark and the dreary, where really he wasn't seeing it that way. He wanted to go, he wanted to be with, he felt the guilt, and like, this is grief and guilt that he's dealing with, and just to go and not deal with it anymore and be with the person that passed that he loved was more appealing. And I thought that was very interesting. Really good music. I thought it really built the suspense and the feeling of action when needed. The choice of music and when you used it. So great job on that. Brilliant color during his rest. I loved the lighting and the wardrobe and the makeup and just the hair and all of it. I thought throughout there was always a great sense of mystery. And the woman, she was like, to me, she was like death, seducing him. And of course, we find out that she doesn't want to move on without him. So it was great, and really nice performances by everyone. And I love that her face is clean at the end, and because it's interesting, almost like the masks are dropping, right? And I like the line, "Your past, you let it consume you." That whole part right there, I really liked. It was a very deep script, beautiful shots and beautiful use of close-ups and great editing and direction. All of it was there. I really enjoyed this a lot. Good luck to you guys.